Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Now, welcome back to another Challenger Spectate, and today is a legit Challenger Spectate. We are watching, I think, rank 2 on a US or something right now, playing Lee Sin, and I actually want to ask you a question directly, straight away. Do you miss Lee Sin? Because I do. Lee Sin a long time ago, and that is the funny thing, you kind of forget the perception of time. And Maya is snoring at my feet right now. I'm not even literally snoring. Season like 3, 4, maybe even 5, Lee Sin was the poster boy of League of Legends, like legit. And I think some players got a bit burnt out with Lee. Unsurprisingly, when a champion is the front of Lee or the face of League of Legends, sorry, for like 3 years, he then got kind of nerfed away. And he does tend to get buffs every Worlds. You know, Riot likes Lee Sin in Worlds. But he's not exactly what he used to be. Lee Sin, fundamentally, when he was at his peak of popularity, every jungler played Lee Sin. Like, that's kind of what he was. And I'm not saying he needs to return to that ideally. There's a deep ward for Lucian mid, by the way. Bit weird to see. He's trying to avoid it and actually go over to blue buff to steal the enemy blue starting level 1. That's quite sneaky. And he'll probably get it off too. Obviously, it's worth knowing it's an Evelyn. They've got vision now of the Evelyn here. Taking blue away from an Evelyn in the early game is actually quite catastrophic to her. Because she is what you call a spammer when it comes to her abilities. And without blue buff, it's pretty hard to spam abilities. So if I was Lee Sin right now, I actually don't know if they saw her start here, and I don't know. She might have ran down, and I think we can hear that she's here, I think. We're here. So maybe the Lee Sin saw that she ran down. I didn't catch it. I was going to say, like, if you're trying to maximize taking blue away from an Evelyn in the early game, is it not a wise thing to, like, just get the blue, then go to your blue? It's not, like, amazing clear. And obviously this, if it pays off, you're stealing more away from an Evelyn. But it's that just kind of risk factor of just staying in her jungle a bit more. Now, it is worth saying, if an Evelyn found the Lee Sin should be able to kill. Early flash by the Lucian, and by the way, right now that'll give away. You can see there the Evelyn is pinging to go to the blue. It's giving away that the blue's gone. Now I think it's a mistake here by Lee Sin to go to his red. He just showed I've come from that side of the map with a blue buff. You see, the first thing that the Evelyn did was ping, I'm going to that blue, because she needs it. You know, she fundamentally needs that blue. She's showing bot lane, so she's thinking of going for well, she is ganking. They ignite. Nice hook there by Thresh, and that's disastrous for Evelyn. That actually ruins it. If I was that Evelyn right there, she's being greedy going for a gank. She needs that blue, have the okay early game of spamming abilities. She should have gone straight to Lee Sin's blue. She's not an early ganking champion, like, at all. So once again, returning potentially for a mid lane gank. Flashes on top. Obviously, we know earlier Lucian used flash. With Ignite and PTA, again, do not forget, Lucian is an early game champion. So, hilariously, that's actually a pretty bad situation, but a good flash. Again, I doubt Evelyn's got the actual damage to get this Lee Sin, to be honest. So, Lee Sin will survive, nicely nice, and will get a kill overall. So, I'll be honest, when it comes to scaling on the enemy team, Jace also killed the Cassio, so well done to him. I don't know why someone's playing Lucian mid. Again, I guess if it really snowballed, then maybe. But that, to me, is probably one of the highest risk picks that I've seen in a long time. Like, playing Lucian in bot lane, I think, is risky right now because of his lack of scaling. Let alone playing him in mid. Fundamentally, on average, most mid laners scale really well. Like, you know, there's a couple of early game mid laners, but there's not really many. You know, the mid lane is more of a scaling lane than probably any. Jace gets another kill, and that's already a rel support roaming to top lane. Again, obviously, in modern day League, there is a craze of supports roaming all the way to top lane before 5 minutes. I find it, as I've said a lot, I find it crazy. I don't know. I know it's effective, and it's effective because an enemy top laner doesn't expect a support to be there before 5 minutes. I just find it weird that people do it. It should affect the Aphelios a little bit, obviously, and this is usually what happens, right? So Thresh is now feeling a bit pressure of, oh, the Rel got a roam off top lane, I now need to get a roam off. And that a lot of the time will actually creates mistakes for the support that's not roaming as much. Because the Rel's roaming, she gets it off, fair play. But then the Thresh who's like, oh god, I need to now do something. He may not go through a calculated roam. He's doing it because he feels pressured. But yeah, I do miss Lee Sin. I will say that openly. And just to say, like, how would you make Lee Sin ever meta again? The thing with Lee Sin, it's kind of a two-pronged sword. Because part of Lee Sin is always good. Because his utility is great. His mobility is good. His kick is amazing given the right circumstance. You know, you can kick the weak or the AD carry into the middle of your team, make them vulnerable or get them, you know, kill them in the late game. Not many champions can do that, you know, kicking something or like, you know, moving them into your team in a skillful manner. Problem is his scaling. That's the issue, because if you give Lee Sin too much scaling, he's the type of champion, because he's a skill expressive champion with utility. If you give him too much scaling, Lee Sin will actually probably take over League of Legends again. That's why they can't give him a lot of scaling. So they're trying to go for the kill here. I don't think they've got the damage. They might, not enough. A ghost from Galio. Lucian ult comes down as I would say, as a bit of a panic there. He goes for the smite play. So he smites a minion, then Qs to try and cheeky get it. Again, the reason for ganking mid lane, I respect it. It's a Lucian against a Galio. The Galio's going to have a hard time. Lucian has to snowball to be useful. I respect going mid lane a bunch. But there, like, again, you're now giving Evelyn all the grubs when Lee Sin probably had or did have prio of just killing them. Evelyn cannot fight this Lee Sin in the early stage of the game, but now you're giving Evelyn an objective. Evelyn should not win any objective match against something like a Lee Sin. She's really weak when it comes to objectives, and now you are just kind of giving. So Lee Sin, I think, has realized this, and now is making his way over. But lo and behold, Evelyn kills, I think, all three of them before Lee Sin even gets there. So again, mistakes happen. We're watching literally like rank 2 challenger. He's not going to play perfectly, and that's, I've always said, one of the nicest things about challenger spectates is showing people do not play perfectly. So Lee Sin now invading, again, taking again away blue would be massive, and that's what he's trying to do. Evelyn obviously does not want to let this go. Lee Sin is, instead of just doing it and getting it done, you can see the Lucian, early game Lucian, is making his way over. Even the Rel, even the Cassiopeia are all here. Why? Because it's really important. Like, the Evelyn needs blue. He spots Cassio's here. Rel is standing on the blue buff. What Lee Sin needs to do is obviously get vision and smite, but doesn't get it. And the fight is going to break out. Lee Sin, though, level 6 advantage. This is advantage for a red team. And this, by the way, is one of the things that a lot of people don't do when it comes to playing against Evelyns. Nice play. Is they highly fight them. And Evelyn, it's such an annoying solo queue pick because, you know, oh my god, it always gets fed. A lot of the time it gets fed because junglers play a typical way against every champion. They don't adjust to certain matchups anymore. If you adjust to, I'm a Lee Sin, I'm against an Evelyn, I'm going to go fight her, I'm going to try and make her not ever have a blue buff, she really struggles. Like, she massively struggles. But if you never take the fight to an Evelyn and, oh, she manages to buy Dark Seal obviously very early, which she always does, and she's managed to, before she even is level 6, she gets like 3 assists. Obviously, she's going to snowball because you've given her a free lane phase, or early game. This Lee Sin is not doing that. You know, Evelyn did get the blue buff there, but then died, so once again, she doesn't have blue. He's really trying to diminish her early game, and this is exactly what you're supposed to do when you're against an Evelyn. It's just most people don't. Again, don't get me wrong, even if you do this, and this is just part of the champion that is Evelyn, you can play like this, and then Evelyn may become strong later. She is a scaling champion, you know, she buys Medjais every game. If you make a little mistake, she can just end up with a kill, like practically every time someone makes a mistake. So I'm not saying that, you know, this is the only, like the perfect thing. It's good, but it's not going to completely get an Evelyn out of the game. But if you don't do this, then you're kind of giving Evelyn the game too. That's why she's a strong solo queue pick, because you have to focus her. And if you focus her and it goes wrong, it's really bad. So Jace fighting the Cassio in top lane, very close to getting another kill. I am, by the way, noticing, which I like to see, I am noticing more Jaces. I might give them a go today's. I will just say, obviously, I'm bulk recording for the holiday. This commentary is actually going to be tonight's second video because we had the good Karma game earlier. And I'll say tomorrow, An absolute doozy of a main video. That's why I wanted to make them both the main video of the day. Make sure you tune into that one. It's a Smolder game, a Smolder mid lane game. I actually think Smolder will eventually end up as a mid laner, not an AD carry. That's my prediction. But yeah, make sure you tune into that. But yeah, obviously I'm bulk recording at the moment anyway. Tomorrow, so whenever I say like, oh, I'm recording tomorrow. Yeah, I'm recording tomorrow. Nice kick. Gets her out of safety range there. She flashes really nice flay there by Thresh, and Lee Sin finishes the kill off, which I think is completely fair enough. Well done. But yeah, if I'm saying I'm recording tomorrow, you will not see that content potentially for a week. And also, Maya has woken up and decided I'm being too loud, so she has left the room. Okay, then. So Lee Sin now starting Dragon. This is something that I would like to see him do. As I said earlier, Evelyn in reality shouldn't really win the objective game. Hilariously, because he's timed this dragon in this way, these have spawned again, and Lee Sin is the other side of the map. So if Evelyn, well, she probably should go over there and do them. I don't know if she's going to. And yeah, you can hear she's on them. She hasn't... Oh, wait, no, she's here. She's doing the scuttle to get vision, then she'll go on it. Lee Sin has finished Dragon, and he should beeline for it. Now, the nice thing is the Jace, who is strong, he's hovering around the area. Like, I'm sure if Evelyn showed that she started these, he probably would head over there and be like, no, you're not doing that. I think red team now Thresh is on her way. Obviously, the Rel, who's roamed a lot already, she's in mid. As a team, they're going to secure these and ultimately equalize the grubs, making, again, he missed the Q there. They're going to equalize them, in theory, to be 3 apiece. Obviously, it's worth knowing 5 is the sweet spot of, like, what makes them really worth having. Obviously, you always want to neutralize to not give the enemy team the advantage in it at all. Obviously, if you get all 6, you actually spawn, and people forget this, 5 is where you spawn the little mites to help you kill towers. If you get all 6, you spawn double the mites for the towers. So it is hilariously worth even getting 6. Why are you not doing that? Wow. He doesn't care about getting 3. He only just doesn't want them to have 5. That's insane to me. Why would you just not take 3? I don't know why you wouldn't just take 3. So the enemy team, in theory, if Evelyn goes there, is going to have 4 and they'll have 2. Yes, you are denying the 5, which is the good one. 5 or 6. Yeah, wow. That weirds me out. Not going to lie, I don't get that. While you're in the area and you're doing fine, you may as well just take all 3, in my opinion. It would have taken him another, I don't know, 10 seconds to do the last one, if that. Yeah, I don't know. That weirds me out. And there you go. The last void grub is dead. So the enemy team officially has 4 and red team has got 2. Some people will make the argument. Meanwhile, Lucian mid is coming down bot lane. Again, he's obviously going to try and make an impact. He's not had a big impact yet this game. Some people will make that argument of, oh, if he did stay for that, then he would have been late to that tower dive play and they wouldn't have got it off. Maybe. Possible. Jace does kill the Evelyn, which is nice. But I still, to me, find it weird that you just wouldn't kill it. You know? I don't know. If, like, you know, they were... Evelyn and Cassia were swarming and they were about to, you know, jump on you, then I can kind of say fair enough. Like, okay, you're denying the 5, don't die randomly to equalize it to 3. But that wasn't even happening. So yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one for me. So, Lee Sin's build pretty standard in terms of Bruiser nowadays. Sundered Sky, it's a very, very strong item. He's then going Hexdrinker, which is just clearly smart against an Evelyn. He is still concerned about her. It is worth mentioning, again, in roughly a week, I play a Lee Sin game. It's going to be a POV commentary. I will say I was massively tilted in that game, but I played full lethality Lee Sin. It was fun, and that's what I did. And I went into that game going, right, I'm tilted. The game's not, you know, solo queue's not going good for me. So what I'm going to do is have some fun, and that's what I did. And that's why I played lethality Lee Sin. And guess what? I had fun. So Evelyn at this stage of the game, believe it or not, Lee Sin is 4-0. He's 20 plus farm ahead. He's actually down on XP. Jungle XP, I will say, I don't know what the hell's happened to it. It is really mucked up right now. People have said this for a little while, that it hasn't quite made sense. Now, once again, look what spawned. Blue buff. Where is Lee Sin? Blue buff. So you could say that this Lee Sin has actually focused on a objective that is denying an Evelyn blue more than anything else this game, because he practically has. All 3 of Evelyn's blues, Lee Sin has been there. He has had 2 of them. The Evelyn got 1 and then died straight away. So that is this Lee Sin's goal, aim, because it does hurt an Evelyn. She is a champion that spams abilities. Again, her mana costs are low, but again, that she spams them, so she goes through mana quick. Having blue buff really helps an Evelyn out, and Lee Sin is like, yep, no blue buff for you. And it's really, trust me, it's going to annoy that Evelyn that she doesn't have blue. So red buff going to go down. We did just catch a glimpse that Evelyn was down there. Galio in the area does lantern away. I'm going to take a wild bet and just say Lee Sin's going to gank top lane. Cassio is actually quite overextended. Presumably no vision because there's a red trinket there. She goes for a wild ultimate. And Lee Sin's going to go for an early kick, but no follow-up from Jace because he couldn't really, if we're honest. And he does pick up the kill practically by himself. That was a bit of a interesting Cassio engage. It might have been a bit of a panic, to be honest. Of, oh god, Lee Sin's here. I'm going to just go crazy with this ultimate and see if I get the Jace. And yeah, the Jace just ran away. So what I'd hope from red team right now is this has spawned. Again, Evelyn still at this stage of the game is not a great objective taker. I would just like them not to let her go do that. Which again, she looks for a mid lane gank. Galio just ghosts away and doesn't get ganked. She then did move this way, and she might then be going bot, and I'd imagine she is by that insanely hard engage. Galio, though, coming down. There's the Evelyn as we were expecting. She, again, desperately is looking for the Zeri, which she does get. Lucian also seems a bit lost this game, but he makes his way down. And Lee Sin resets to go complete Moramel Mortius. Which, again, Moramel Mortius, I don't know if they've officially made it more cost-effective, but it was never a massively cost-effective item. But he is, and again, they get the Infernal. He's just buying it because he is still probably quite scared of an Evelyn and a Cassiopeia. You know, they're great scaling champions. Whoa, that looked really weird then. So Lee Sin, you might be like, is that worth a trade? The reason why Lee Sin will go that crazy, and again, he's going to kill everyone anyway. He's played it well. She flashes to avoid the Q. He will openly go nuts to kill that Evelyn because of Dark Seal. Like, he is, this Lee Sin's warpath this game is, I am shutting down the Evelyn. I'm not giving you blues. I'm going to kill you. And she just got a kill or 2, and she had Dark Seal, and that will eventually turn into a Magi. She won't turn it into a Magi if she doesn't get high stacks of Dark Seal. So that's what this Lee Sin is doing. It's really smart. It's basically just prioritizing something to him that he is, in his mind, gone, that is important in this game, and that's what he's doing. You can literally see he is focusing that point in this game. And every game, practically, it's worth mentioning, when you're going into a match of League, majority of players just completely autopilot, and they have no plan whatsoever. They're just playing the game. Most games, you should have a rough game plan, and that's what this Lee Sin, I can guarantee this Lee Sin is, again, whether he's cognitively thought it or not, or it's subconsciously there, of, right, I'm going to deny this Evelyn. I'm going to kill this Evelyn. I'm not going to let the Evelyn get Dark Seal / Magi stacks. That's his plan. You can see it happening. He's denying blue buff. He's killing the Evelyn, even going all in for her. It works because he's so focused on that plan. So yeah, it's a good thing to do. So Lee Sin right now, 801. The good thing I will say, and dare I say, Lee Sin doesn't fall off as much as he used to when it comes to scaling. And the reason why, again, he does have subject or has use of some strong items. Sundered Sky is obviously probably one of the biggest examples. It's a strong item throughout the game. So having that on Lee Sin actually doesn't make him as bad in late game as he used to be. So that is worth mentioning, is he's not absolutely terrible now because he has good item synergy. So he does, by the way, have Rift Herald. Obviously, Lucian doing a kind of a weird base, has to be said. I think he did get the base off. And red team will be hopefully looking to, use the Rift Herald. It's worth knowing, obviously, Lee Sin, as a jungler, has historically never loved taking Rift Herald because it denies him his trinket slot. Lee Sin obviously likes to have his trinket slot for the utility of ward kicks. Ooh. And does get a nice kick to disengage, makes the Evelyn use her ultimate in a not... nice hook by Thresh, gets the Evelyn into, like, oh, I'm going to kill the Lee Sin. And again, you could always say that Evelyn probably shouldn't have gone for that play, but she has definitely been denied a lot by this Lee Sin, so emotion could partially play a factor in, like, she went to go for that Lee because Lee has denied her. And the funny thing is, she has been denied quite a lot this game. This Evelyn is still 553. She has not got a bad KD, so that does sometimes show if Lee Sin didn't focus her as much. I can hear Maya barking. If Lee Sin did not focus her as much, then she might have had an insanely good game. It's worth mentioning that. So Galio up in top lane, and give me a minute, my. Rel obviously coming for a gank. This Rel's not had a great game. Galio going to re-engage. I like the confidence there. Kill the Cassio because she's the DPS, and then go for the Rel after. It's unlikely you're going to kill the Rel, but kill the DPS first. Evelyn shows up. Lee Sin might re-engage because he's got the Thresh here, so a bit of extra confidence. Rel probably should have hightailed it out of there a little bit earlier than she did, but she will end up going down because also Evelyn abandoned her. Wait a minute, my. She needs to go on the grass. My puppy dog Maya is very bad at, like, holding it in when it comes to, I know a human's in. If we leave her alone, she's fine because she knows there's not the option. But if someone's home, she doesn't get, I have to wait. She just doesn't get it. Evelyn looks like she might go down. She does use her ult. Lee Sin loses his Q, doesn't get it. But yeah, very nice play. 10:05. I presume it could be a Black Cleaver potentially next for Lee Sin. Again, historically being a good item for Lee. So yeah, might be a Black Cleaver. Baron obviously is the thing in play right now, which again, Zeri's already started. Yeah, very nice performance. Worth also showing, and I always do when we do Lee Sin, he's done some nice things. He's done a ward kick or here or there. He's not, I don't think, done one flash kick. Lee Sin hilariously went through a stint of people being crazy hyper mechanical on him, and people actually have toned it down again. You don't have to play absolutely insane mechanical only. You've got to be good. He's a skill-based champion. You have to land your Qs, etc., etc. But you don't have to play insanely mechanical like you did at, like, a few years ago. So yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back. Just going to pause it quick because Maya needs my help. Okay, I'm back. She needed a pee. Oh, wait. We're Spear of Shojin. Okay. I can see that. The thing with Spear of Shojin, it has to be said. So again, it's a refund on non-ultimate abilities, which obviously is good. Lee Sin is an ultimate or a ability-based champion. Energy sometimes can be the unfortunate factor because he's an energy-based champion. So that has a defined, regen rate. Obviously, Lee Sin, by auto-attacking after an ability use, does get some energy back. So to make Spirit Shojin worth and be a good item on Lee Sin, you actually need to make sure you're auto-attacking. And the one thing I'll say about Lee Sin players, as an ex-Lee Sin main many years ago, I always notice it's very similar to Ezreal. A lot of Lee Sin players do not auto-attack. So Rel looks like to go down. Again, Lee Sin very fed. I did see Jace. Jace has also had an absolute beast of a game. Obviously, I might give Jace another go. He is doing, well, in essence, hilariously, Jace has never historically scaled amazing. But what actually is the scaling build of Jace, okay, is Mirror Mana. So that is what he is doing, and that does give him a bit more scaling than otherwise he would have. So does get hooked the Cassio. I'm not really sure about that one. Again, as I said, Lucian's been a really big non-factor this game. Presume if I had to guess, if I had to guess, it would be an auto-filled AD carry player, and they just play Lucian mid. That's my guess. But yeah, really clean to see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Again, let me know, do you guys miss Lee Sin as like a kind of forefront champion in the game? Hello, puppies. I do. But obviously, as an ex-Lee Sin main, I might be a bit biased to that. But anyway, that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime.